What's up everybody, livcharette here, and I'm so excited to be creating this video. I've been creating gaming content mostly on TikTok. If you don't know, I am a recording artist, but I'm also a gamer. @livcharette is a gamer. Very clever username, I know. But I'm just excited to be creating some longer form content over here because I have just so many ideas. And for my YouTube fam over here, I feel like you need a little bit of cozy gaming love in your life too. Be sure to subscribe to me here on YouTube if you're not already. My plan is to upload at least once a week, so hold me to it. I'm just excited to be starting off this new YouTube gaming adventure with you guys and kicking it off with some of my all-time favorite cozy games, my top 10 cozy games of all time, specifically on the Nintendo Switch. So I have the regular Nintendo Switch. I don't have the OLED, I don't have the Lite, but this bad boy has been going strong since like 2018. I've considered upgrading to the OLED, but I feel like the new Switch is really coming soon, so I've waited this long. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with this guy. I absolutely love it. I can definitely make a separate video also on the different Nintendo Switch consoles if you have any questions. I feel like picking the right Switch model for you really depends on your needs as a gamer, so I'm happy to dive into that more. Just let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get into it. Here are my top 10 favorite cozy games of all time on the Nintendo Switch. I had to kick off this list with one of my all-time favorite games, probably ever. It's a game that I like to play on stream a lot. I feel like it has such a beloved community, and I think that's honestly probably part of why I love it so much, is that the cozy gamers go hard for this one. I think it's the love for the franchise, but it's also, I think, the love that people have found in this game and the community that they've found in this game. I think it's found a lot of new gamers and maybe gamers that played when they were younger and like reignited their love in gaming. Also, they release updates like constantly. There's always something new and fun to discover. And that game is Disney Dreamlight Valley. You've probably heard everybody and their mother talk about this game, but it's because it's that good. And I feel like if you're looking for a cozy game that is going to be not too much farming, not too much of anything really, it's just the perfect balance of all of the things. When I pick up this game, I never don't have something to do. Like, I'm always playing the game with a purpose, and that's what I love. And plus, as the updates come out, there's always new quests and new characters to discover. I also think that the entry point, like the price point, is really fair. Given the amount of content that this game has and the constant free updates and everything, it's priced at like $29.99 USD, and it also goes on sale really often. I think that if you just got a Switch and you're looking for the perfect game to play, this is my number one for you, Disney Dreamlight Valley. I don't think that I can make a cozy gaming list without mentioning this next game. I would consider it part of the Cozy Gamer Starter Pack. I feel like this is a game that launched the cozy gaming movement. I think that what we know cozy games to be today and what so many cozy games are based off of is this game, and that is Animal Crossing. Specifically on the Switch, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think this game came out at a perfect time for so many gamers because it was right at the start of the pandemic, and I remember picking up this game and I played it for hours straight. There was something just so nostalgic and familiar and comforting about it because it was a game that I played often as a kid. I had it on different consoles, and I just remember having the fondest memories playing this game. I know that so many people felt the same way, so when it finally came to the Switch, so many people fell in love, and rightfully so. I think that if you own a Switch, you need to play this game. They also released a DLC for it, which is, I forget what it's called, but the Happy Home Designer. It's more decorating based, so if that's your thing, definitely look into the DLC. I personally have not played it, but I've heard really good things. Animal Crossing is just one of those games that will make you feel so warm inside. The villagers are so sweet. I wouldn't say that it's overly quest heavy, so if you're one of those people that likes to be told what to do, this game might lead you to a little bit of frustration. But if you're looking for something that is just kind of mindless, go with the flow, go and forage for things, check out Tom Nook's store. I just think that it's such a calming game. And this video is making me want to pick it up again because I have given it a little bit of a break since Disney Dreamlight Valley, but I think I might want to restart my island after this. This next game is more of a co-op game, so if you're looking for a game to play with your best friend, partner, with your neighbor next door, this game will be perfect. When I first purchased this game, I wasn't expecting to fall in love with it so much, but obviously so many people have raved about it. It's won a bunch of awards, so it only makes sense. That game is called It Takes Two. It has a really touching storyline. It's about Cody and May, who are this couple that's going through this really tough time currently in their marriage. They're considering separating or divorcing, either way, breaking up the family. And something happens where they end up being very little miniature people. And I mean like tiny, where the world around them is just absolutely huge. And you go through some of the most cool, different adventures from their perspectives. I think the game developers of this game just had such an amazing imagination with the worlds that they created. And just seeing it from like a little tiny, almost bug-sized character, I just had the best time playing this. I definitely think the game also has replayability at least one more time around, because if you played it with somebody, you can kind of switch up roles. So I played as May the first time, but I want to play the game again as Cody because each of the characters have specific things they have to do depending on the level at hand. So it's almost like you'll get a new perspective when you replay it as a different character. This is one of my like Roman Empire games, one of my all-time favorite games I've ever played. And I really hope that they come out with It Takes Two. Next is a game if you're looking for something that's a little bit more open world, more adventure based, but still has those cozy gaming elements that you know and love, like crafting, for example. This will be the game for you. And that is Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I'm gonna give a little shout out to Tears of the Kingdom as well, kind of group them together because honestly, they're so similar. They're a continuation of one another. Breath of the Wild is the first one, and then Tears of the Kingdom is the second. This game surprised me so much. I was looking at the time for a game to just kind of get into, cure kind of a bit of a gaming rut I was going through at the time. And so many people suggested checking out Zelda, and I'd never played a Zelda game before. I know, shocking. I had so many friends growing up that absolutely loved Zelda, but I had never personally played it. And I'm just so glad in a way because I got to experience Breath of the Wild from such a unique perspective, and I just fell in love. I just love that it's super quest based, but it's also a game that you can just kind of run and forage through the beautiful forests and valleys and fields and ride horses. I find the kind of like anime style graphics of the game really suits the Switch. It looks incredible on the device and it looks incredible when docked as well. I just think that the storyline is so well flushed out. There's so many puzzles to do that will definitely challenge you. I've definitely had to look up a few YouTube videos, honestly, to get through some of the puzzles. There's a trick to them for sure, but overall I'd say it can have some difficult moments. It has a little bit of combat, but it's just chef's kiss on coziness. Next is a game that I haven't beaten by any means, but it's a game that really captured my heart from the get-go and was kind of the answer for me for not absolutely loving Stardew Valley as much as I thought I would.
Which will surprise some of you that Stardew Valley isn't on this list.
I do love the game, but I think that this game just did it better. And that game is Fae Farm. Now, I've always loved fairies and mystical creatures, so that's probably part of the charm for me, but it kind of improved on some of the elements of Stardew Valley that I didn't like. There were certain elements in Stardew Valley that just stressed me out more than calm me down. Like if I'm picking up a cozy game, I want to be relaxed. I want to be chill. But Stardew Valley, for some reason, just sort of stressed me out. Like I always felt like I wasn't doing things on time. There's a certain time of the year you had to get certain things done for the community center, and if you didn't get those done, then you would have to wait to the next year. It just stressed me out. Fae Farm was the answer to all of my prayers in that way, and just allowed me to have the Stardew Valley experience without all of the things I mentioned before. It's just so cute, so charming. The villagers are adorable, and the graphic style in this game, it's just magical. Now onto a game that's more multiplayer based, but you can still play it alone. I've definitely played this game by myself many a time, and that is Mario Party Superstars. I've always been the ultimate fan of Mario Party anything. Some of my core memories as a kid was playing Mario Party 3 on the Nintendo 64. They had some of the best mini games. And what I love about Mario Party Superstars specifically is that it has the best of the best mini games across every single Mario Party there ever was. If you had a certain Mario Party you liked on GameCube or Wii, you'll find the best mini games from all of those in one place and updated to the Switch and the Switch graphics, which is great. There's just something so fun about Mario Party. I think it's the combination of it being kind of like a board game. There's something about Mario Party that is such a crowd pleaser too. If you're playing with your family or your friends, it's a great entry point game. To people that have maybe never played a video game in their life, I think they'll be able to pick up on Mario Party without having a lot of experience, but people that are more experienced in gaming will still have so much fun. Overall, it's just, in my opinion, it's the best Mario Party that ever has been made because those mini games just slap. I'm just gonna preface this next game by saying I am a Virgo, so I do have organizational tendencies. I am a perfectionist, and all of those boxes that I have to here, I'm doing a to-do list. So Virgo. This game just checks all the boxes for me, and I think this game will check all of your boxes as well.
That's a weird way of saying that.
If I've already organized my house, I can now do it virtually in a game, and that is unpacking. I will just forewarn you, it's not the longest game you'll ever play. It's about, I would say, 5 hours of total gameplay, but the game does go on sale quite often, so look for it when it's on sale. That's my little tip for you. But this game's so satisfying. All that you have to do is basically unpack this person's life as they move from house to house, and you get to know a little bit about their backstory based on the things that they're unpacking. It's such a unique way of telling a story without actually telling you the story. You kind of see the story unfold as you're unpacking, you know, whether there's a breakup that happened or something in their family that happened and they're moving to a new house. You get to see it through unpacking all of their things and the things that come with them versus the things that they keep at the old house. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I wish that they would come out with an unpacking too, because I would binge that right away. I think everybody will enjoy this game, whether you love organization games or not. There is a puzzle element to it, so you're not just like putting things in random places. It does have to make logical sense, and you'll know if you don't actually put something back in the right place. It's a great game. Can't recommend it enough. I've always been a huge fan of all Mario games, really, so this next game will come to nobody's surprise, and this one is more of a kind of open world adventure game, I guess you'd say, and that's Super Mario Odyssey. This was one of the first games I actually got when I got my Switch. It was really highly recommended, so I picked it up and had so much fun playing it. What's really cool about the game too is that you can have it in guided mode, so if you're not sure where to go, you're a new gamer, the guided mode really helps you and tells you where you need to go in the open world, which honestly, even as an experienced gamer, I found super helpful because sometimes I wasn't sure where I was supposed to go, and I would just turn on the guided mode, get to where I needed to go, and then would turn it off, so that's really a fun feature. But overall, it's just so colorful, all the worlds are so neat, and there's nothing like a 3D Mario game. They're just elite. Like if you loved, which I hope they remake one day because I absolutely love this game, but Super Mario Galaxy, oh, I don't know, that game on Wii was just, it was elite. It was next level. And if you loved Super Mario Galaxy or even Super Mario Sunshine on GameCube, I feel like Super Mario Odyssey will just give you that kind of experience you need on the Switch. Another game that I actually just recently discovered and have been absolutely loving it. I was looking for a little palate cleanser between games. Sometimes having a little go-between just kind of re-inspires me. Sometimes you just need to take a little break from something that's like intense, and this game was perfect for that. The game's called Venba, and it's both a narrative-driven game and also a cooking game with some puzzles mixed in there. It was one of the most unique games I've ever played. I would say I'm pretty well in the middle of it. The storyline is just so heartwarming. It's about a family that moves from India to Canada to just start a new life. The dad goes to work, the kid goes to school, and it just kind of talks about their experiences of having this new life, of adjusting, and the mom kind of brings in cooking and food as a way of joining the family back together, like having those dinner time moments and moments of cooking together where like food can really bring you together as a family. So much fun too, because what's part of the puzzle is that you have this recipe book that your, I think, great-grandmother, your grandmother gave you with all of these recipes in it, but part of it, because it's so old, is kind of washed out. So the puzzle element is trying to discover what order all of these steps should be in or what's missing, and you just kind of discover it from trial and error. Not overly challenging in any way, they're pretty intuitive, but challenging enough to keep your attention, which I love. And also the graphic style, the art style is really satisfying, and when you complete the puzzle, you're just like, ooh, yay. I've been having so much fun with it, and I I keep recommending this game to all of my friends because it's just really sweet. Now I had to save my favorite game of all time, and that is Hogwarts Legacy. You can see my little fandom collection back here. That's just my little mini collection of all things Harry Potter. There's been so many Harry Potter games made in the past, both great and not so great, and this game just hits on a different level than any game I've ever played. It's a combination of the nostalgia, but also discovering a new story behind Hogwarts that we've never been privy to before. And I think what's really cool is getting to create your own Hogwarts character and not playing as somebody else, and just discovering the magic within all of that. And the fact that it's an open world where you get to just explore the castle, explore the grounds, explore the dark forest and Hogsmeade, and all of these places that you just always wanted to see kind of firsthand, and you get to do that through a video game. It's just so magical for me. And I've never played a game that has just made my heart so full, so happy. And getting to play as a Hufflepuff, owning my, Hogwarts house. I beat it, and I can't wait to just keep playing this game. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, or even if you're not, I think you will absolutely just fall in love with this game like I did. That wraps up my top 10 cozy games of all time, or my top 10 coziest games of all time. I hope you had fun watching. I hope you found maybe a recommendation that you haven't played before and are excited to explore and play for yourself. Let me know if you've played any of these games in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. Be sure to leave a game suggestion below also for a fellow cozy gamer, because we're always looking for new games to play and new worlds, new adventures to dive into from the comfort of our own couches. Appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like this video for more, and let me know what more you'd like to see. And until then, stay rebellious, rebel gamers.